From palace politics and forbidden romances to legendary queens and sword-wielding rebels, historical K-dramas or Seondeoks, as the cool kids call them, know how to pull at our hearts while keeping us on the edge of our seats. One minute it's a heart-fluttering love confession in the rain, the next it's a secret plot to overthrow the king. Iconic. I mean, who doesn't want to see perfectly groomed Goryeo princes brooding under the moonlight? Whether you're new to the genre or a seasoned Seondeok fan, today we're counting down the top 10 highly recommended historical K-dramas that you need to watch. These aren't just shows. They're immersive experiences filled with unforgettable characters, stunning costumes, and stories that blend fact with just the right touch of fiction. So grab your hanbok, or maybe just a snack, and let's travel back in time because this list is about to take you through the very best that historical K-dramas have to offer. At number 10 is Sungkyunkwan Scandal. Set during the Joseon dynasty, Sungkyunkwan Scandal is a beloved 20-episode historical rom-com that follows a bold young woman, Kim Yoon-hee. She disguises herself as a man to enter the prestigious Royal Confucian Academy, an institution that's supposed to be off-limits to someone like her, both as a woman and a commoner. There, she navigates a world of books, politics, and secrets while forming deep bonds with three very different people. The principled Lee Sun-jun, an idealistic and morally upright son of a noble family. The brooding rebel Moon Jae-shin wears a hidden identity, burdened by a painful past. And the wild card Gu Yong-ha, the charming playboy with a sharper mind than he lets on. Together, this quartet, nicknamed the Jalgum Quartet, challenged the deep-seated corruption within the government and Sungkyunkwan itself. They face school and palace politics and growing unrest within the kingdom. But as they grow closer, secrets begin to surface. Yoon-hee's hidden identity isn't the only one. They each carry burdens and pasts that shape them. What begins as a tale of mistaken identity evolves into a story about truth, love, friendship, and changing the world from the inside out. Sungkyunkwan Scandal stands out for its compelling characters, strong chemistry, especially between the leads, and a perfect blend of witty banter, slow burn romance, and historical commentary. But what makes it truly memorable isn't just the compelling plot. It's the way it challenges the norms of both its historical setting and time. It's progressive, emotional, and despite a few old school tropes, this undeniable classic still feels relevant. Number 9, Love in the Moonlight. Love in the Moonlight sets itself apart from typical historical dramas by taking a lighter approach, focusing less on gritty politics and more on romance and charm. Set in the heart of the Joseon dynasty, this purely fictional tale is a charming coming-of-age romance drama. At its center is Hong Ra-on, a spirited young woman who has spent most of her life disguised as a man, using her quick wit to make a living as a relationship advisor and part-time con artist. A twist of circumstances sweeps Ryeo into the heart of the royal court, where she's unknowingly sold to serve as a eunuch. Behind the imposing palace gates, where every word is measured and every step watched, her path crosses with that of Lee Yong, the crown prince. Charming and unorthodox, with a deep weariness from the burdens of the throne. Beneath his composed exterior lies a young man constantly navigating the weight of duty and the shadow of betrayal that looms over court life. What begins as cautious curiosity between the two blooms into something deeper. Slowly, curiosity gives way to friendship, and then to affection, but neither of them realizes how entangled their destinies are becoming. Yong finds himself falling for someone he believes is a man, while Ra-on, unable to reveal her truth, is caught between her feelings and the risk of losing everything if she's discovered. Meanwhile, outside forces conspire against the throne. Political enemies and hidden family secrets begin to close in. As secrets unravel, so do the illusions they've built around each other. Ra-on's identity is revealed, and with it comes danger, not only to her, but to Yong, whose heart is now entangled with hers. Because in a world where titles mean everything and bloodlines define your worth, their love is the ultimate taboo. With its breathtaking visuals and undeniable chemistry between the leads, Love in the Moonlight is more than just a romance. It's a tender, whimsical, and sometimes heartbreaking tale of first love and finding the courage to choose your own path even in the face of fate. It will make you smile, cry, and maybe even wish you could fall in love under the moonlight too. Number 8, Moon Lover's Scarlet Heart Ryeo. Imagine this. 1 minute you're minding your own business, and the next, you're falling through a portal to the past. Moon Lovers takes you on a whirlwind journey through the Goryeo dynasty, where modern-day woman Go Ha-jin is mysteriously transported back in time during a solar eclipse. She wakes up in the body of Hae-soo, a young woman caught in the middle of royal chaos and, of course, the attention of some very handsome princes. It's a 20-episode Korean historical fantasy drama with a star-studded cast. Though it didn't gain much popularity locally, it quickly became an international hit upon its release. Set during the reign of King Taejo, founder of the Goryeo dynasty, the show unfolds against a backdrop of power struggles, where multiple princes vie for the throne, creating a cutthroat political environment. As Hae-soo navigates life in the palace, she forms close relationships with 2 key princes, the charming 8th Prince Wook and the mysterious 4th Prince Wangso, known for his cold and mysterious demeanor, as well as his iconic mask that conceals his scars. As the drama unfolds, her feelings for the 8th Prince are shattered, leading her to grow closer to Wangso, who is determined to rise to power and create a better kingdom. Haunted by her knowledge of history and her feelings for him, she helps him rise to power, hoping to guide him away from the dark fate she knows awaits him. As their love grows, so do the dangers. Caught in betrayal and royal politics, she faces painful choices that will shape her fate, the lives of those she loves, and the future of the Goryeo dynasty. If you're in the mood for a drama that tugs at your heart and keeps you hooked from start to finish, Moon Lovers delivers on all fronts. With stunning visuals, emotional storytelling, and unforgettable characters, the drama delivers a fast-paced, heartbreaking journey that explores love, destiny, and sacrifice, leaving a lasting impact on viewers. Add to that an incredible soundtrack and a cast that looks like they walked straight out of a historical fairy tale. Number 7, The Red Sleeve. The Red Sleeve is a captivating historical drama that takes you deep into the royal court of the Joseon dynasty, blending passion, power struggles, and complex relationships. This 17-episode series blends real historical events and figures with creative storytelling to make the narrative more engaging. The dark horse of 2021, a surprise hit, earning excellent ratings and winning the hearts of both Korean and international viewers, with several of its actors receiving multiple awards. At the heart of the story is Seondeok, a skilled court lady who starts as a palace maid, unaware that the young man she keeps encountering is Yi-san, the Prince of Joseon. Yi-san, son of the troubled Prince Sado, is profoundly affected by his father's tragic death. As he rises to the throne, navigating political conspiracies and assassination attempts, he becomes a king determined to push for reform and challenge the long-established power structures of the royal court. During this time, he becomes emotionally entangled with Daeokim, a court lady determined to live life on her own terms, free from the constraints and expectations of the royal court. Aware that becoming a concubine would rob her of her freedom and not guarantee happiness. Despite rejecting the king's proposal twice, she eventually finds herself bound to the throne, her dreams of independence slipping away as she becomes the king's concubine. This drama delves into themes of love, sacrifice, and the harsh realities of court life. It's both a love story and personal tragedy. Told from Daeokim's perspective, the story explores her inner conflict and longing for freedom, showing that her choice to stay with Yi-san was out of love, not obligation. However, she wishes he passes by without recognizing her in their next life. Even if you're not really into historical dramas or romance, The Red Sleeve offers a fresh take that could keep you hooked. It's got a bittersweet ending, showing that love doesn't always conquer all, but it's definitely a journey worth watching. Number 6, Dong-yi. In the grandeur of the Joseon dynasty, where class determines fate and power was everything, one young girl dared to change her destiny. Dong-yi is loosely inspired by the real-life story of concubine Sukbin, a brave and intelligent young girl who overcomes personal tragedy to become an influential figure in the Joseon court. At 12 years old, her world is turned upside down when her father and brother are falsely accused and executed for murder. On the run, and with no safe place to turn, she seeks refuge in the royal palace, the last place anyone would suspect. Not just to survive, but to uncover the truth and clear her family's name. Starting as a lowly music bureau maid, her sharp instincts and sense of justice soon catches the attention of the king, who first meets her in disguise. Her sincerity and intelligence leave a lasting impression, and their early encounters eventually grow into a heartfelt romance. Her rise in the palace sparks jealousy and opposition due to her lowborn status. As enemies try to push her out, the king names her his concubine. Surrounded by political schemes and betrayal, she finds strong allies like Queen In-hyun, her loyal protector Cha Chun-soo, and an unlikely alliance with the sharp police officer Chief Seo Young-ji, but also gains powerful enemies, including Jang Hoi-bin, the king's scheming, ambitious second wife. With unwavering perseverance and a heart full of compassion, Dong-yi rises to become a powerful voice for commoners like herself, fearlessly exposing corruption. Her legacy is sealed when she gives birth to the future King Yeongjo, leaving behind a story of resilience, courage, and triumph. King Yeongjo, one of Korea's most intriguing monarchs, is the father of Crown Prince Sado and grandfather of King Yi-san. If you enjoyed The Red Sleeve, you'll appreciate Dong-yi, which explores his early life. With 60 episodes, Dong-yi is a commitment, but its rich palace intrigue, harem drama, stellar cast, and strong writing make it a binge-worthy experience from start to finish. Number 5, Mr. Sunshine. In the twilight years of the Joseon dynasty, when the old world is crumbling and the new one hasn't yet taken root, 5 lives collide, each carrying scars, secrets, and an impossible kind of love. Set against the backdrop of Korea's turbulent transition from the Joseon dynasty to colonization by Japan, portraying the profound impact of imperialism, class systems, and personal identity. Born into slavery, Eugene Choi experiences profound loss when his parents are brutally murdered. He escapes to the United States with the help of a Christian missionary. There, he reinvents himself, rising through the ranks of the Marine Corps to become a captain. He returns to Korea as a captain, serving in the U.S. legation on a diplomatic mission. What he finds is a country unraveling under foreign pressure and internal betrayal, and a woman who will change everything. Enters Go Asian, a noblewoman who leads a double life as a freedom fighter and skilled sniper for the Righteous Army, an organization dedicated to resisting foreign oppression. As she learns about Eugene's past, she finds herself torn between her devotion to her country and the injustices it carries. And of course, what's a K-drama without a bit of a love polygon? Enter Gu Dong-mai, the tortured soul sword-wielding member of the Musin Society, and Kim Hee-sung, the charming, tragic fiancé with a poet's heart. Let's not forget Kudo Hina, the enigmatic hotel owner whose presence is as captivating as her secrets. What makes Mr. Sunshine so gripping is how it blends these personal stories with big, sweeping historical moments. It doesn't shy away from showing the pain of colonization, the fight for independence, and the people caught in between, especially those who know they're losing everything but choose to stand tall anyway. As the characters grow with each episode, the stakes rise and the heartbreak becomes all too real. The true beauty of this 24-episode drama is that while you might initially be drawn in by the stunning cast, you'll stay because it challenges you to confront deep questions about freedom, loyalty, and what it truly means to belong. Number 4, Six Flying Dragons. Set during the turbulent final years of the Goryeo dynasty, Six Flying Dragons tells the ambitious and politically charged story of how the Joseon dynasty was born through rebellion, sacrifice, and ideology. What begins as a political drama evolves into an emotionally intense series packed with breathtaking action scenes. Though fictionalized and romanticized at times, the story remains close to historical accounts. It follows 6 compelling characters, dragons, each with unique ideals and flaws. But together, they ignite a movement that topples a kingdom. At the center are 2 men. Jong Do-jeon, the philosopher dragon, dreams of a new nation built on righteousness, where laws matter more than bloodline. But he is consumed by the power he architects. Lee Bang-won, the scholar dragon, once his student, turns ruthless to forge his own future. He watches the dream they created begin to twist, and in his obsession to save it, tears everything apart. Then there's General Lee Seong-gae, the reluctant dragon, dragged into the crown. Boon Yi, the people's dragon, rises from the streets with unwavering strength and fierce dignity. Dang Sai, the ninja dragon, quiet and lethal, surviving trauma through his blade. And finally, Moo Hyul, the warrior dragon, who fights not for power but for love and loyalty. Together, they clash, bleed, and rebuild. A revolution not of heroes and villains, but of flawed people chasing impossible dreams. But power is a dangerous flame, and even dragons can burn. As ideals clash and loyalties fracture, the line between hero and tyrant blurs. In the ashes of the old world, 6 dragons take flight, not all of them destined to soar. This drama doesn't hand you easy answers. You'll cheer for the characters, scream at them, mourn them. And when the revolution ends, you'll ask yourself, was it worth it? 6 Flying Dragons is straight up epic. No filler, no boring episodes, just 50 intense hours of plot twists, sword fights, and political intrigue that hit hard. Even if you're not usually into historical dramas, give this one a shot. It might totally change your mind. Number 3, Empress Ki. Empress Ki is a fast-paced, 51-episode historical drama packed with political intrigue, action, and emotional twists. Loosely based on the real-life Empress Ki, it follows Ki Seung-nyang's incredible journey from a slave in Goryeo to the Empress of the Mongol Empire. After her mother is tragically killed, she is left to fend for herself, armed only with a ring her mother gave her to find her missing father. To avoid being sold as a sex slave to China, she disguises herself as a man. As she navigates her harsh reality, she becomes the leader of a group of activists, helping other Goryeo women escape the same fate. Her journey leads her into the lives of 2 crucial men, King Wang Yu of Goryeo, with whom she secretly falls in love, and Prince Tohon Timur, a Mongolian prince who will one day rule China. Both men, initially unaware of her true identity, fall for her, setting the stage for a complicated love triangle full of tension, betrayal, and drama. Eventually, she marries Prince Tohon Timur for political reasons. In China, she finds herself entangled in royal politics and family drama. Her marriage grows more challenging amid court politics, the Dowager Empress's meddling, and King Wang Yu's return, testing her loyalty as she's torn between love, power, and her divided allegiances between the 2 nations. Empress Ki takes a unique look at an aspect of Goryeo's history that reached outside of the kingdom's borders. If you're a fan of historical fiction, Empress Ki is a classic must-see. The grandeur of the costumes and scenery alone is worth watching, and the emotional roller coaster of love, betrayal, and ambition is exactly what you'd expect from this type of drama. However, if you're new to the genre or prefer shorter, lighter stories, this series may not be for you. It's not a quick fix or a lighthearted. It requires patience and commitment. But for those of you craving an immersive epic story that's rich in historical detail and emotional depth, you won't be disappointed. Number 2, Jewel in the Palace. Set in the Joseon dynasty, Jewel in the Palace follows the inspiring dramatized journey of Jang Geum, a determined woman who rises from humble origins to become Korea's first female royal physician. It's a classic that became a cultural phenomenon, earning over 50% of the viewership share during its run, making it the highest-rated Korean drama in history. Its widespread appeal also helped spark global interest in Korean dramas. Determined to fulfill her mother's dying wish, Jang Geum, orphaned after the wrongful execution of her parents, enters the palace and quickly proves her extraordinary talent in cooking, eventually catching the attention of the royal court and those tied to her family's past. She earns a place in the king's kitchen. However, palace politics and power struggles soon lead to her unjust exile. Through her unwavering dedication and work ethic, Jang-gyum discovers the cause and cure of a deadly outbreak, saving the life of a prince, earning her a place on the Royal Medical Bureau. As she rises through the bureau, she faces political intrigue, betrayal, and strict gender roles. But through compassion and intellect, she ultimately becomes the king's personal physician, a remarkable achievement for a woman in her era. Throughout her journey, she falls in love with Min, a member of the king's inner circle. But as court politics intensify, she is forced to prioritize her duty over her personal desires. The show has several standout elements, such as the portrayal of the richness of Korean royal cuisine and its culinary intricacies. The impeccable acting and chemistry of the supporting cast add depth and emotional resonance to the drama, and the OST, especially the theme song, is nostalgic, which evokes a sense of childhood memories. With stunning visuals, rich storytelling, and a powerful message about perseverance and integrity, this 51-episode classic offers a truly rewarding experience. Jewel in the Palace is one of those timeless dramas that continues to leave a lasting impact. Number 1. The Great Queen Seondeok. We journey back in time to the ancient kingdom of Silla, where fate, power, and prophecy collide. In Silla, power lies with the cunning noblewoman Michil, who seeks control when an old prophecy about twin princesses threatens the royal bloodline. If a king bears twin daughters, the male bloodline will fade. Loosely based on Korea's first reigning queen, it captivates audiences across 62 episodes. Widely acclaimed, it earned over 30 awards and stands as one of the most iconic historical dramas ever made. In a desperate move to protect his kingdom and children, King Jinpyong decides to hide one of his twin daughters far away from the palace and the watchful eyes of his powerful enemy, Michil. Raised far from the royal court, Deokmin has no idea of her true heritage until fate leads her back to Silla. What starts as a quest to uncover her origins quickly turns into revenge and a fierce battle for the future of the kingdom. Along the way, she briefly reunites with her twin sister, encounters deadly enemies, and becomes part of the Hwarang, an elite group of warriors. By her side are two unforgettable men, Kim Yushin, her loyal ally, and Bidam, a tragic figure torn between love and ambition. As Michil's hidden son, Bidam finds himself caught in a heartbreaking struggle between his past and his feelings for Deokmin. Their love is complicated, filled with desire and a painful misunderstanding that lingers. The stunning costumes, riveting acting, and thrilling action scenes, beautifully choreographed, makes it a standout in historical storytelling. The core appeal of this show is the power play between two brilliant women, whose dynamic rivals some of TV's greatest hero-villain rivalries. If you're into historical dramas that will emotionally destroy you in the best way, Queen Seondeok is a must-watch. The story is epic, the characters are unforgettable, and the twists, it's got its all. Trust me, once you start, you won't stop. And there you have it. 10 of the most captivating historical K-dramas that stole hearts and kept us hitting next episode way past bedtime. Whether you're a seasoned Seondeok fan or just diving into historical K-dramas for the first time, these stories prove that love, power, and fate never go out of style. Which drama was your favorite? Did we miss any hidden gem? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your recommendations too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on more drama deep dives, reviews, and top lists. Until next time, happy binge watching.